Good morning, students. Today we have to see Unit 3 Thermal Physics. In last class, you learned about temperature, thermal energy, effect of heat energy, fundamental law of gases. In today's class, we discuss about how to find out the solutions for solved problems and numerical problems. First, we have to see lesson 3 solved problems on page number 38. Example 1. A container whose capacity is 70 ml is filled with a liquid up to 50 ml. Then the liquid in the container is heated. Initially, the level of the liquid falls from 50 ml to 48.5 ml. Then we heat more. The level of the liquid rises to 51.2 ml. Find the apparent and real expansion. First, what is apparent expansion? The expansion of a liquid apparently absorbed without considering the expansion of the container is called the apparent expansion. What is its formula? Apparent expansion equal to L3 minus L1. Then what is real expansion? Real expansion means if a liquid is heated directly without using any container, then the expansion that we observe is called as real expansion of the liquid. What is the formula to calculate the real expansion? Real expansion is equal to L3 minus L2. Now we go to the problem. What are the given data in the example 1? First, L1 level of the liquid L1 equal to 50 ml, then level of the liquid L2 equal to 48.5 ml, then level of the liquid L3 equal to 51.2 ml. So this is the initial level of the liquid 50. When we heat, it reduces the level to 48.5. Then again we heat means it expand more than 50, that means 51.2 ml. So what is the question asked? Apparent expansion and real expansion. Formula for apparent expansion L3 minus L1. Then real expansion L3 minus L2. Substitute the values in the apparent expansion formula L3 minus L1. L3 is here 51.2 ml. So we already know L3 is 51.2 ml minus 50 ml. 50 ml is the L1. So 51.2 minus 50 means we get 1.2 ml is the apparent expansion. Then what about real expansion? We know the formula for real expansion is equal to L3 minus L2. What is the L3 value? L3 is 51.2. So we can substitute here 51.2 ml minus 48.5 ml. 51.2 minus 48.5 means we get 2.7 ml. So the real expansion is equal to 2.7 ml. Write the result. Apparent expansion equal to 1.2 ml. Real expansion equal to 2.7 ml. When we compare the real expansion and apparent expansion, real expansion is greater than apparent expansion. So this is the easy way to calculate the apparent expansion and the real expansion of the given liquid. Then we move to the problem example 2. What is the problem? Keeping the temperature as constant. So here temperature is constant. A gas is compressed 4 times. That is very important. Compressed 4 times of its initial pressure. The volume of gas in the container changing from 20 cc to V2 cc. So we find the final value. This is the initial value 20 cc. So it changed to some of the values. We calculate the V2. V2 is the final value. So here cc means cubic centimeter or centimeter cube. So we know the Boyle's law. Boyle's law PV equal to constant. So here we use the same formula. What are the given data first? Initial pressure of a gas P1 is given, that is P. We take that value is P. Then final pressure of a gas P2 equal to 4P. That means 4 times initial pressure. Initial pressure P means 4 times means 4 into P, that equal to 4P is the final pressure of a gas. Then initial volume is given V1 equal to 20 cc or 20 centimeter cube. What is the question asked? We calculate the final value V2. Then formula using Boyle's law, PV equal to constant. We know about the Boyle's law. When the temperature of a gas is kept constant, the volume of fixed mass of a gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. That meaning P inversely proportional to V. Or for an invariable mass of a perfect gas at constant temperature means the temperature is not changed. The product of its pressure P and volume is constant. So, PV equal to constant. This is the Boyle's law equation. Here P is a pressure and V is a value. Then we take the formula P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. We know P1 is the pressure, V1 is the volume. Okay. So here P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Then we need V2 only. So P2 go to that side means V2 equal to P1 by P2 into V1. Then substitute the values P1 initial volume, P2 4P, that is compressed 4 times, and V1 20 centimeter cube in the above equation. So we can substitute means we get V2 equal to P by 4P into 20 centimeter cube. So here pressure P and P cancel. So 20 and 4 cancel with 5. So 5 centimeter cube. V2 value, final volume is equal to 5 centimeter cube. So we write the result, final value V2 equal to 5 centimeter cube. Then we move to the numerical problems, 7th Roman. First problem. Find the final temperature of a copper rod whose area of cross section changes from 20 meters square to 11 meters square due to heating. The copper rod is initially kept at 90 Kelvin. Then one data is given. Coefficient of superficial expansion is 0.0021 per Kelvin. So in this formula, in this sum, original area or initial area of copper rod is 10 meters square. Due to heating, the area of cross section changes to 11 meters square. So we calculate the change in area. Change in area means final area minus original area. So here final area is taken as AF. F indicate final, A means area. So final area AF. What about AO? It's the original area. Original area equal to 10 meters square. Final area equal to AF equal to 11 meters square. Change in area del A means final area minus original area. So 11 meters square minus 10 meters square. 11 minus 10 we know that is 1 meter square. Okay. Then initial temperature. Initial temperature is given Ti. So initial temperature given in the sum Ti equal to 90 Kelvin. Then another given data, coefficient of superficial expansion alpha A is equal to 0.0021 per Kelvin. So to find the final temperature TF, final temperature of a copper rod is asked. So we calculate TF. But we know the formula. Superficial or real expansion. That formula is del A by AO is equal to alpha A into delta T. Okay. What is superficial or real expansion? Superficial expansion means if there is an increase in the area of a solid, it's due to heating, then the expansion is called superficial or areal expansion. There is a change in your area wise. So the equation relating to the change in area and the change in temperature is del A divided by AO is equal to alpha A into delta T. Then substitute the values. Here, what is del A? Del A is change in area. Area valla evlo changes irukum. So how to calculate the change in area? Final area minus initial area. Okay, final area minus initial area. Then AO is a original area. Then delta T, change in temperature. How to calculate the change in temperature? Final temperature minus initial temperature. Then alpha A, coefficient of superficial expansion, that is given 0.0021 per Kelvin or 0.0021 into K power minus 1. So substitute the values. Del A equal to 1 meter square, AO is equal to 10 meter square, alpha A equal to 0.0021 into K power minus 1. Then we get 1 meter squared by 10 meter squared is equal to 0.0021 into K power minus 1 into TF minus TI. Here TF minus TI means change in temperature. That means final temperature minus initial temperatures. So we can cancel 1 and 10 with 0.1. So now we interchange the right and left side. So 0.0021 into K power minus 1 into TF minus TI is equal to, what is the value of this one? 0.1. Next, this 0.0021 go to that side means go to the denominator. So TF minus TI is equal to already 0.1 in the numerator divided by this term 0.0021 into K power minus 1 go to the numerator means it's K power minus 1, then comes to the numerator means it's a K. So TF minus 90K. So 90K means initial temperature is 90 Kelvin, that is given, is equal to 0.1 divided by 0.0021. So we multiple 10,000 on both sides means that number comes to whole number. So 0.1 into 10,000 is equal to 1000. So one digit cancel. So last zero cancel. So 0.0021 into 10,000 means we get 21. TF minus 90 Kelvin is equal to 1000 divided by 21 Kelvin. So 1000 divided by 21 means its answer is nearly equal to 47.619 Kelvin. So we can round off, the 9 is more than 5, so we can add here 1 means 47.62 Kelvin. So TF final temperature minus 90 Kelvin is equal to 47.62 Kelvin. We need TF only, so minus 90 Kelvin go to right side means its plus sign changes, plus. So 47.62 Kelvin plus 90 Kelvin. TF final temperature is equal to 47.62 plus 90 means 137.62 Kelvin. So the result, final temperature of a copper rod TF is equal to 137.62 Kelvin. Now we move to the second problem, book back problem. Calculate the coefficient of cubical expansion of a zinc bar whose volume is increased 0.25 from 0.3 meter cube. That line is very important. It is increased 0.25 meter cube from the given value 0.3 meter cube due to the change in its temperature of 50 Kelvin. So volume is increased 0.25 meter cube from 0.3 meter cube. So 0.3 meter cube is initial. From that initial value it increased by 0.25. So it means final volume equal to 0.3 meter cube plus 0.25 meter cube. What are the given data? Original volume VO is equal to 0.3 meter cube. Then final volume VF equal to 0.3 meter cube plus 0.25 meter cube. ஸோ ஆல்ரெடி 0.3 மீட்டர் கியூப்ல இருக்கு. அதுலேருந்து எவ்வளோ இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆயிருக்கு ஃபைனலா 0.25. ஸோ we can add both values means we get the final value 0.55 meter cube. How to calculate the change in volume? Change in volume equal Vf equal V del V equal to Vf minus Vo. What about Vf? 0.55 meter cube. Now only we calculate minus 0.3 meter cube. 0.55 minus 0.3 means we get the value. Change in volume del V is equal to 0.25 meter cube. Then another given data, change in temperature. Change in temperature is given del T equal to 50 Kelvin. Then they ask the question, coefficient of cubical expansion alpha V is asked. What is cubical expansion? We know if there is an increase in the volume of solid body due to heating, then the expansion is called cubical or volumetric expansion. Then they ask the question alpha V. Alpha V is, we know, coefficient of cubical expansion. What is coefficient of cubical expansion? The ratio of increase in volume of the body per degree rise in temperature to its unit volume is called as coefficient of cubical expansion. SI unit of coefficient of cubical expansion is K power minus 1. The relating formula del V divided by Vo is equal to alpha V into delta T. So here del V is change in volume. Volume la evlo changes irukku. So how to calculate? Final value minus initial value means that's equal to del V. Then Vo. Vo is a original volume. Then delta T is equal to change in temperature. Change in temperature means final temperature minus initial temperature. So we want to calculate alpha V. Alpha V is coefficient of cubical expansion. Substitute the given values. Del V equal to 0.25 meter cube. Then Vo is equal to 0.3 meter cube. Then del T equal to 50 Kelvin. We get 0.25 meter cube divided by 0.3 meter cube is equal to alpha V. So alpha V தான் நம்மளுக்கு வேணும். Okay. Into del T. Del T is 50 Kelvin. So we can interchange both sides. Alpha V into 50 Kelvin is equal to 0.25 into 100 divided by 0.3 into 100. 100 multiple on both sides means that value is not changed. So it convert into whole number. 0.25 into 100 means 25 divided by 30. So alpha V into 50 Kelvin is equal to 25 by 30. So 25 and 30 cancel with 5 table. 5 5s are 25, 6 5s are 30. So 5 by 6 is the answer for 25 by 30. Alpha V into 50 Kelvin is equal to 5 by 6. We need alpha V. So the 50 Kelvin go to that side means 1 by 50 Kelvin. The 1 by 50 into 1 by K is written as K power minus 1. When it comes to the numerator, we can indicate with the minus K power minus 1. So here we take the 5 table. 5. 1 5 is 5. Then 10 5s are 50. So 1 by 6 into 1 by 10 K power minus 1. Its value equal to numerator 1 into 1 1. Then denominator 6 into 10 means 60. So 1 by 60 K power minus 1. What is the value of 1 by 60 means? It's nearly equal to 0.0167 into K power minus 1. So the result, coefficient of cubical expansion alpha V is equal to 0.067 K power minus 1. Thank you, students.